Hi, my name is Barb Nangle. I'm the founder of Higher Power Coaching and Consulting. I want to welcome you to my podcast, Fragmented to Whole, Life Lessons from 12-Step Recovery.
This is episode 19, Control. I told a fellow the other night that the reason that we've tried to control the world around us is that we have the mistaken belief that if only things were right with the outside world, then we would be okay. I forget about this myself all the time. So on the wall in my bathroom, I have a sticky note that says, "It's a delusion that the outside world could give us satisfaction if only things went our way." This makes me think of the Chinese proverb that I learned years ago, which I thought I understood before recovery, but I really didn't. This is another one of those things that I understood conceptually, but not experientially, like I mentioned in the last episode about the phrase one day at a time. So here's the saying: better to put slippers on your feet than to carpet the world. What that means to me now is the world has bumps and sharp edges, and we want it to be soft and smooth and cushy. So we want to put a nice, soft carpeting on the entire world so it will be just the right kind of soft and cushy for us. Now, if you think of the amount of energy and labor it would take to literally carpet the entire world, that would be astonishing. The fact is, we cannot carpet the entire world no matter how hard we try. Instead, we must put slippers on our own feet. We must pad ourselves rather than the world. I remember when I first came into recovery, somebody said to me, "Barb, the world was not created to meet your needs." And I wrote that on a sticky note and I left it on my coffee table and I looked at it over and over and over again because I just didn't get it. I just was like, what does that mean? And over time, I've come to understand it. So we get to pick whatever kind of slippers we like best. We don't get to pick the carpeting for the entire world. That's what that means for me. So we could pick thick and cushy slippers, or we could pick thin slippers with hard soles, whatever kind of slippers we like. So what does that look like? What am I talking about? I'll use something that might happen in a 12-step meeting as an example. Let's say I get triggered at a meeting every week. So to handle it, I put items on the business meeting agenda repeatedly to try to make all kinds of rules so the behaviors that are triggering me will stop in an effort to control the meeting and the people in it. That's me trying to carpet the world. Instead, I could do something different. I've learned in recovery that I have options. I didn't know that before recovery. I lived as if I didn't have options. I had black and white thinking, but I couldn't see it because I was using my black and white thinking to look at my thinking. Some of the options I have now for putting slippers on my feet in the meeting scenario include: I could learn breathing techniques to calm myself down. I can repeat, "Acceptance is the answer to my problem today. Acceptance is the answer to my problem today." I can say, "Bless them, change me." I can reach out to my higher power and say, "God, please show me your will for me regarding this person or this situation and give me the power to carry it out." If it's a specific person that's triggering me, I can talk directly to that person. Who knew you could do that? I can say the prayer, "This is a sick person. Please help me show them the same tolerance, pity, and patience I would cheerfully grant a sick friend. How can I be helpful to them?" Or I could go to a different meeting. All of those are some of the options that one might choose as a metaphor for putting slippers on your own feet instead of trying to carpet the world. Back to my conversation I had with a fellow the other day about all this. The person mentioned that they experienced their mother as trying to carpet her. So she was understanding that her mother was not just trying to carpet the world, but her mother was trying to carpet her in addition to the rest of the world. What the mom wanted was the best for her daughter, and she thought she knew what was best for her daughter. And she figured, if my daughter's all right, then I'll be all right. What the mother doesn't seem to understand is that A, she can't control her daughter, and B, she can't control the world, and C, even if she could, it wouldn't give her the peace she seeks that only comes from within. We seek and find that for ourselves, within ourselves, and with the help of our higher power. Now, back to you and how this might be helpful to you. Imagine if you took all of that energy you have been putting into, quote, laying a carpet over the entire surface of the earth, and how much energy, think of how much that would be. If you simply harnessed even 1/10 of that amount of energy into making your own slippers, how would your life be? The other thing to understand that I told my friend was that your parents were not given tools to make slippers. In fact, they don't even know that slippers exist. They were taught to lay down carpet. That's all they know how to do. So for you, you have to unlearn the carpet laying technique that your parents taught you. You don't have to take on the family business of carpet installation. You can actually go out and buy slippers. You don't even have to make them for yourself. That's the beauty of recovery. You get to decide how you're going to live your life, what kind of slippers you want, whether you want to buy them or make them. What are the slippers that you're going to put on your feet rather than carpeting the world? I hope this has been helpful. Please share this with anyone who has issues with control, who you think might find it useful. Namaste. That's it for today. If you like what you've heard here, then you just might be interested in private coaching with me. If that sounds like you, head on over to my website, which is higherpowercoachingandconsulting.com, and click on the contact menu. I'd be happy to schedule a consultation with you to help you make lasting changes in your life, like I've made deep, lasting changes in my life. My ideal client is someone who is ripe for change, but I'll coach anyone who wants to be happy, joyous, and free. So if that's you, shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe so you can be sure to get future episodes of my podcast. Thanks again.